All right, they should be setting off here very, very shortly. Just waiting on others. Yep, Obscure's just about to ready up here, so they'll be starting here very, very shortly. Fantastic. I'm always excited for some good Crosskeys action. Love watching it, love playing it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of start we get, if we're going to get early divergence or not. Divergence going to be very interesting for me because then I had to pay a lot of attention. All right, so both start at Link's house. Obscure looks like he's going towards the Eastern Palace area, while Iconic is heading towards Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle play is very interesting. It gets some annoying entrances out of the way early that you can leave. Obscure finds Graveyard Ledge and, you know, free bombs, which everybody loves early in Crosskeys. Just a couple arrows back there, which is fine. Iconic finds Sank. Unfortunately, literally the worst thing that he could find there. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Obscure's going to farm a few bombs, which makes a lot of sense. When Obscure saves and quits to Sank and finds where it is, he'll have bombs to do the back immediately, which is going to be really good for him. Tree poles weren't really much. I missed that item, unfortunately. And it looks like we have Rupee Game at Hyrule Castle Main. Okay, Iconic starting at Link's house again, going to CAC from the south, so probably going to farm some bombs south of the Grove, which is, you know, a really good strat. Unfortunately, missing out on the infinite free bombs right by your house, so it'll remain to be seen when they get back to that. Obscure finds the Rupee Game, doesn't have any rupees to play, so I'm just going to go drop down to the back of Escape, see what kind of items we get back there. I mean, we're only a couple of minutes in here, so not much going on, especially with the Sank location being absolutely trash, that everybody hates. And remains to be seen where this is going to head. Obscure now in the back of Escape. What are we going to find? We got Bombable Hut with a compass, 11 arrows, and a book. Gross. Everybody hates book. Just fetch quests. Let's see what Obscure does with that. Iconic finds a dark room. We don't get to see what it is. Obscure's also heading towards CAC. Small key on race game. Good knowledge ahead of time. And now we're checking out library here. So these runners are just going to be pretty much following each other here for a little bit. Unfortunately, that's the bad exit of Paradox. We don't have a mirror to sequence break that. So hopefully we find that soon and we can go in there with just our bombs and, you know, have fun with mini Moldorms. Oh boy. CAC Nectar Village coming up. We see Spectacle Rock View location. Let's see what Obscure does here. I could not tell. That might... Oh, I think that's the back of the old man. So we find the uncle at Magic Bat. We get ourselves a blue potion. And some rupees. We are a bit short on rupees here. We haven't seen too much in the way of rupees yet. Let's see. Going into the Smith location, Iconic finds another dark room. I can't unfortunately tell what it is. When Obscure gets there, Obscure might lay a bomb or two to try and figure out what it is, or at least help me figure out what it is. Oh, a Thieves Town there on for Iconic, and Meyer for Obscure. One of which we can do, one of which we can't. see if Iconic gets anything interesting out of here, because Obscure will be in there very soon anyway, going through CAC. Obscure finds the other side of that connector. So now we've seen Spectacle Rock grab as well, but it's not something we really want to grab. I believe it was a heart piece. Or, yeah, I think it was a heart piece, so don't really need that. Obscure here, hitting up back of the tavern for our free item. What are we gonna find? Another bottle. So we have 2 total bottles, a key to GT. Oh, Obscure's found Laser Bridge. So let's see how Obscure's laser skips are. I mean, he's a fish. How can those laser beams hit him anyway? Let's be honest. Obscure gets some bombs, some money, some more bombs, and a big key to Ice Palace, one you always love to see. Take an intentional death warp there to get our health back. Very good choice. Still early on. Want to have as much health that we manage to stumble into the Dark World as possible. Alright, Iconic's walking all the way through, and I'm going to go from the top while Obscure traces his footsteps in Thieves Town. Grabbing that big key to ice. Again, one of those keys that you'd love to see early, because, man, the amount of times that chest burns you is too... That's an unfortunate death for Iconic. But they'll be able to get their last chest here from the front anyway, so it's not too bad. Just slight, unfortunate time loss here. So they can just fall into the pit and then walk if they want to. Oops, taking another death. They did the same technique at the top. They could do that here at the bottom as well, to use their iframes to get through. Alright, another laser skip, takes his 10 bombs and his last death warp here, and then we're about to see some new entrances here in CAC, I believe, unless Obscure goes straight over to the lumberjack, or not the lumberjack, the Smith House area, which he is. Maybe we'll find out what this dark connector is, because this could be our old man rescue, which would take us up onto the mountain. But I don't know if that's a wise decision to take at this point. Just because CAC is a bit of a pain in the ass to get to. And as much as I'd be tempted to do it, I don't know if I would in this situation. Iconic realizing what that is and that they've seen that, so that they don't need to take it, just mark it as a connector. Okay. Obscure, can you tell me what this is? This mob... Is this the old man rescue? No. This is... we found desert. I don't know if that was Desert West. I wasn't really... I was missing it, trying to figure out what this dark cave is. Oh, it was the old man rescue. And it's a connector to there. Obscure did take it. Gets rewarded with a bit of Gary money. And finds Desert North. I was thinking potentially it was the other diagonal connector. Oh, Cackwell, hello. We're getting a whole bunch of items here in a second. We have a map to Hera. Arrows. A hammer. Oh, that's a nice line there for Iconic for continuing on here in CAC. A fog net, some extra money, and they're 2 rupees short a bottle vendor and a pod small. Okay, so the old man saving quit point is up on the mountain. Iconic dropping back in to farm the extra 5 rupees here. I don't blame him for that. You want to just get it out of the way if you can, which makes sense. And he gets rewarded with a key for his trouble. He gets a castle tower small. Oh, thanks. Just what we never wanted to see. Okay. Blind's Hut is garbage. Obscure finds Hera. And we find Hyrule Castle West as well. And Swamp Palace. And it's a pendant Hera, because we've just gotten that map. Obscure finds a bit of money here. We found the chicken hut. Hey, there's that early mushroom, just like I said. Told you we're gonna find it. And Obscure finds nothing else in the drop down here. That Uggs? Okay. Now I wonder if that other dark connector we saw was the back, because that's a quick way, sort of quick way into CAC for Obscure. Obscure gonna fake. Obscure, you're a fish. Obscure, have you forgotten that you're a fish? Just swim, please. We're taking the hammer immediately into this Hyrule Castle West escape. Oh, thanks, Obscurity. Try my best. Obscure forgot that he was a fish for a second, but he's got the swimming down now. So we're gonna go see the witch. Slightly unfortunate for Obscure, missing that early mushroom, so doesn't get to turn it in here. But if fake powder's a thing, you know, could come back to be very beneficial. Obscure finds Paradox. So Obscure is going to be getting a whole bunch of items. Let's mark that connector there, so we know what it is. We're going to find. I missed what Iconic just got. It looks like Quake, judging by his tracker. Obscure gets a Mire small and a Turtle Rock small, which is nice items to have. We found Laser Bridge, so that's good. Now we're all the way down in Zelda's cell here. So let's see if there's anything. See if there's anything good. We get a shield, which no one cares about. A map to Mire. Some bombs. Obscure, trying not to get bullied there, and we get some rupees in the basement. A glove. That's a really nice find. That's a really nice find for Obscure there. All right, Obscure starting again. Link's house. Where are we heading? Are we gonna head straight to Ice Rock Cave area? Maybe take advantage of that glove. Blind's Hut and Fairy Ascension connector here. All right, one. Oh nope, Obscure's going. Oh, I tend to favor. Ooh, a big key. What do we got here? Skullwoods, another one you like to see before you get there. A second glove and a boomerang. Oh boy, where's our flute? Oh boy, where is our flute? And a swamp big. So we've got fetch quest big keys here. Obscure finding magic on the bush crab. So we have mitts already available logically, which is mitts and a hook shot. Oh baby. Oh boy, what a spicy start we have here. Oh boy, what a spicy start. Ether. And bumper. Man, what a spicy start. Yep, what small key are we looking for? What big key are we going to be looking for 2 hours from now? That's a great question. Nothing up in that shop. Obscure finds a fairy. I assume he's going to go straight into desert here, the desert entrance, to make use of that book. Oh, it's going to be Castle Small 2. That's what we're looking for. Castle Tower Small 2. There we go. We figured it out, chat. We figured the seed out. It's a Castle Tower Small Hunt. Ooh, pardon me. And we get Pyramid Fairy with absolutely fuck all. Okay. Super Bunny Cave. Opts not to take it. Okay, that's interesting on Iconic side. Because you could come back here and do a north sweep with these entrances here. Maybe he's just going to walk back. I don't know. Obscure going to fake flipper, so they're going to do a high five in a second. So interestingly, I would not push the stones for that. That seems like way too much of a time waste for me. And we have that there. A magic batter. Where are you? Da da da. So Iconic is going to get these mitts here in a second if they walk all the way over to the Witch's Hut. Iconic knows that this can't be Ganon, so just hop in, see what it is. It's the Magic Bat, which puts Lumberjack, I want to say, behind Agatu. Okay, yeah, it looks like Iconic is walking over here, so Iconic will be getting their mitts. Now, it remains to be seen what direction Iconic decides to go after this big loop that they've done here, or if they're just going to take the other connector out. So, oh, that's a really nice stun prize, 20 rupees. Fantastic. So we've got a whole... Oh, Obscure immediately taking Super Bunny here. To heck with everything up there. We'll get it at some other point. It's fine. You know what? All good. I like this play. So let's see where this goes. Iconic. Also going to be doing a bomb fight. Ooh. Oh, they decided not to go into the blast, which was unfortunate. I missed that one item. 10 rupees. Did I miss a key? It doesn't look that way, so it looks like it was absolutely garbage. But it's the connector that's important. Obscure gets spin out at Saha's Hut. So it's unfortunate. You could have gotten there with... You could have gotten there normally. Iconic is taking the other exit out, so we are going to get to see where this other connector goes. Obscure did not take that. They were having some issues. They only had bombs at the time. Oh, okay, that's an interesting location. For nothing. Okay. So that's this is on Dark Shopping Mall. So we do have a connector there, which is nice for when we get a Merle. I wonder what Iconic is thinking because of those mitts now. I have Hammer and I have mitts early. Very early. And unbeknownst to Iconic, there's also... there's also a hook shot available. We found the Smith. That's actually an okay Smith location if we get a flute. Iconic gonna go check the back of Escape, which they did unfortunately not get the bombs for, which is fine. We're gonna get Eastern Palace entrance here from Obscure. And then we gotta... I need a second here to take stock of what we're supposed to do. Judging by the equipment we have, is this the middle entrance? Oh, hello, Skullwoods. Is this the middle entrance on East Death Mountain? East Lower Death Mountain? The Mitts locked entrance? Is that what the game wants us to do with this hookshot in these mitts? Once we find a lamp. Obscure got looks like a Mire Small in there. Iconic is gonna take this connector. This could actually lead up to the mountain as well. Obscure is taking this hookshot and going across, which I do like. It's just a little bit unfortunate that they don't have their mitts already, and they can't check this the 5th entrance up here, and they only get 4 of them. But, you know, you got to make do with what you have at the time, and it's a bunch of entrances. Where are my items? Where does this connector go? To the Dark World. And we're saving and quitting, which makes sense. We don't want a bunny walk yet. We still have plenty of Light World entrances. This Tektite giving Obscure a little bit of trouble. Yep, taking the heart there, to buying it because that's a one-hit death from them right now. So completely understandable, except that there's a fairy next door. With that book, it looks like Iconic is doing Dam to towards Desert Entrance, so he's gonna net his hook shot here, which is really good for him. All right, what is Obscure gonna do? We still have Ice Rod Cave area, Mini Moldorm Cave, which it looks like that's where Obscure is gonna be heading now. There's the hook shot for Iconic, so once they do make it up the mountain, they will have the option of that extra exit. If we find GT, you know, Hammer plus hook shot is a really, really nice combo for that. Oh, Sick Kid, who gave us nothing. Sick Kid. All right. Obscure making his way to Ice Rod Cave, the longest walk in Crosskeys. Or at least it feels like the longest walk in Crosskeys when you don't have that many entrances left. I wouldn't be surprised if we find a connector to Light Mountain somewhere over here, or a lamp, just to put that play in logic, or GT, or some dungeon that we really don't want to dip, but we're going to anyway. Because otherwise, our options are pretty much walking down to bunny walking. There's Hyrule Castle East. So we seem west and east now. And Waterfall Ferry with a big key to Thieves Town and some bombs. Yeah, early mitts, Hammer, and No Merle just sucks. It just sucks. Alright, Iconic, where are you heading? Looks like Iconic might be heading for Mire. We have a hook shot. We can get into Mire now. Obscure having a bit of guard trouble here. We'll love to see that mail. Yeah, this might be a plane of Mire. It's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 items. No? What? Where are we going? Oh, a desert connector? No? Desert connector? Hyrule Castle connector? What are we doing here, Iconic? What are we doing? Hyrule Castle connector? So This is actually like I don't know what would have been quicker, but while they're hello. There was something there? It was a small key of some form. Alright, what do we got? Show me a Meyer small. Another GT small. Oh. Hammer, hookshot, 2 GT smalls. Where's that third? Where's our Ice Armos in logic? Let's go. This is actually going to work out really well for Iconic. They do get that item there, and they will get spit out into the Ice Rod Cave area, which, you know, saves them sort of a trip walking the long way to the area. So, and then they can easily just come back to Cack Village. They don't really have that much money, so Zora's not on the cards. Walking to Fake Flipper for Hobo feels slow. Obscure going for Dark Cross here, so we are going to see what's in Dark Cross. That Themestown Big also opens up one check. One logical check. Oh, we're saving and quitting. Where are we going, Iconic? Are we going to the eastern area now since you haven't touched it at all? Alright, Obscure is somewhere in the dark. That is exactly what they're doing. I wonder if Iconic's cursing themselves, or is going to curse about these free bombs that they could have had, you know, early on. Probably not anymore. Was that a lot of... That was a lot of money that Obscure just got there. So we're getting closer and closer to Zora money. Obscure still doesn't have his hammer or his mitts. So I don't know. It shouldn't take Obscure that long to go get them, because it does keep them locked out a bit of some places. Yeah, Iconic gonna go give us Eastern Palace area, so just tracing over Obscure's footsteps. So at this point, we have bunny walking. We have 4 entrances on, well, 4 out of logic entrances on Dark Death, 4 out of logic entrances on Dark Death Mountain, 1 out of logic entrance on Death Mountain, couple connectors, some bunny walking, Misery Mire, and 1 check in Thieves Town. Yeah, so that's about all we have left. Like I said, we have a couple connectors yet, so there could be a connector up on the mountain making those logical. Iconic finds Super Bunny here. They did not take the Super Bunny connectors, so get to save a little bit of time over Obscure here. By not having to go through so many screen transitions, which is nice. Obscure gets his mushroom. Yeah, so we don't have that much left here. Iconic doesn't have a way to the mountain yet, logically, so I don't know how soon they're going to go up there and find stuff up there. There wasn't very much up there for them, but it's still Obscure has that over them at the moment, so they have a full mountain basically check over Iconic at this point. Obscure's going to find his hammer here. So that's good. That's very good. Are we getting what I think we're getting here? I'm seeing movement on the Restream. I can't wait to see this. This is going to be fantastic. There's the hammer for Obscure. Out of Cackwell. Bugnet. There we go. Now Got him on screen. Let's go. Iconic about to find the Smith location. And then, like I said, it's the look on Obscure's face is exactly how I feel currently about what's going on here. You know, what are we doing? What's the plan here? Now, Obscure's doing out of logic Thieves Town. It probably won't burn you. The Thieves Town Small probably won't burn you. So we're gonna see a clear Thieves Town here. Iconic coming back to CAC for, I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do here. Are we gonna take connectors? Are we going to do Mire? Are we gonna do the same thing as Obscure and do some Thieves Town? Let's see what happens here. This is some very interesting decision making coming up. No. Okay. Right. Iconic's made it back into CAC. Moonpearl can't lot. I mean, if it's Moonpearl while blind, that means we need a Thieves Town Small somewhere. All right. Iconic's going into Mire, which we have found out is a crystal. Now we get to do whiz robes with hammers. That's always fun. Not really, but you know, you do what you gotta do. Nice hit there. Okay, a heart piece in the attic for Obscure. Now, if the Moon Pearl's in blind cell, that's just evil. That's just evil because it's the only in logic check in here currently. All right, we're gonna go get the hub chest here in Mire, see what we get. Just some $5. Nothing fantastic here. Obscure making his way to blind cell, picking up that little bit extra money from the stun prize, getting ever closer to Zora, which is in logic. Zora money. Thank you, game, for making Zora a thing. Obscure farming some bombs there as well because useful. A small key to Turtle Rock. Moon Pearl in. Oh god, I need to shut up already. Here we go. Here we go. He's starting again. Moon Pearl in blind cell. How gross is that? Because that's the only in logic check in Thieves Town currently. And it looks like we've gotten nothing out of Mire other than I can't help it, I'm sorry. All right. Oh, Iconic, understandably, is ignoring Thieves Town here. So this Merle is now starting to be the story of where we are in this seed. Obscure's in slight danger here, but knocks out that last hit on blind. And what do we get from blind? Absolutely fucking nothing, and a green pendant. So that we know 2 pendants now. This Nelson, what have you done? What is this seed? Who puts a Moon Pearl in blind cell? Who does that? All right, Iconic death warping in here. Obscure about to get his mitts. Iconic gonna go to Desert East here. We're gonna see where this goes. Iconic could be meandering quite a long time here. That is one of the nastiest Moon Pearl locations, you know, that you can have in Crosskeys. Blind Cell in Logic. Oh, that's actually terrible. Desert East is there. Gross. Alright, Iconic. Iconic has a couple entrances left. Not many. Then they're gonna have to make some decisions as to what they want to do. But there's not much left here for Iconic to do. So he's gonna find Sick Kid, get his nothing. Obscure's gonna check the rest of his entrances. Hello, Michael. Welcome. You have missed the most fascinating and actually terrible Moon Pearl in history. I say not really, but we have a Moon Pearl on Blind Cell. The only check that's currently in Logic in Thieves Town. Obscure went for it and YOLO'd. And YOLO'd the boss as well and got his Moon Pearl. So Obscure now has access to Dark World and all the fun that that's going to entail. Iconic, meanwhile, staying in Logic, checking connectors, which makes sense. Are we gonna get a ped SG chat? Where are you? We're getting a ped check here. What's on the ped? Just some couch cash. No one cares. Okay, so we're gonna get these Dark World entrances that are in Logic. Yeah, exactly. I agree with Nilsson. All right, so we're gonna get some Dark World action here from Obscure. You unfortunately can't do anything with that Iconic. You do not have a mirror. All right, so another check that we can't do. Okay, I'm kind of gonna check the last Dark World entrance in Logic. Obscure is in Skullwoods. I'm gonna get some more items here. We don't know if it's the good Skullwoods or not. Hopefully it is, because everybody hates bad woods. Hey, it's good woods. Fantastic. All right, Iconic, what are we doing here? We know, we here in Chatland know what Iconic has to do. We know, but what are they going to do? It looks like they're going in Logic to Turtle Rock, so they can get the connector and an item or two potentially. Did Obscure get anything in there? Doesn't look like it. See any new keys or anything? No, I don't see any new keys. Okay. You've seen Turtle Rock back here, so you don't need to kill the Pokey. It looks like we're going to anyway, which is very, very dangerous. A small key to Hera, just why would, at Home Wrecker, why would they put an empty chest in this game? Obscure gets boots, game playable, let's go. Iconic gets absolutely nothing. aka 20 rupees in lava chest, and we're heading towards Chain Chomps, which is in logic. I expect a death warp, and then we'll go back and see where West is. Now, Obscure's got a lot of stuff to do, so there's a whole dark world out here for us. So remains to be seen what Obscure's gonna do. Just a heart piece at Chain Chomp, so there is not very much in Turtle Rock there for us. Obscure going east. Oh no, we don't know the bomb. We don't know the bomb jump. Hey, Castle Tower. I didn't see which entrance this was. We do not seem to know the bomb jump here, so we're burning our blue potion. They should be okay now. There is a heart. Oh, that's unfortunate. A death there in double pokey room for Iconic. They're just gonna save and quit. Obscure has a rough death warp here. Oh, made it. That expression says it all. It's now even worse. So we're death warping out of Castle Tower. Yikes. Oof. Nissan, I can't comment on your channel at all, it seems like. If I comment on your channel, I just... Here's Obscure. We're looking at the... We're figuring out while we wait for this. Smile for the camera, Obscure, smile. Smile. Hey, we managed to die. Alright, Iconic is back in... Okay, so it was up there. That's where I thought it was. Oh, we're taking the connector. Okay, so Iconic's taking this connector. Oh. We're taking the connector and catching some fairies so we can redo that room. I missed what was in that entrance. Can't be anything. Can't be important. It's gotta be fuck all. Where does this connector lead us? GT. Okay, so we do have logical access to Dark Death Mountain. Mini Moldorm Cave. 5 more items that we can't get, unfortunately. And there's the other side of Bumper. Okay, so we know where those connectors go. Alright, Iconic, it's decision time. You need to pull the trigger on Thieves Town here at this point to get your Moon Pearl so you can do stuff and things TM. But I think we're gonna go back to TR first. No? No? Oh, okay, cool. And Obscure gets a compass. Are we going to take that connector again and do East Dark Death Mountain here? Is that what we're doing? Boots are in Skull Woods. Iconic doesn't have a Moon Pearl, so cannot get them currently because we don't have any connectors that we know of to the Village of Outcasts area. Okay, we are pulling the trigger on Thieves Town. This is good for Iconic. It means we're gonna get the Merle here. So that's really good. That's really good for Iconic. Then remains to be seen what they do from there. Hook shot cave. Okay. Hey, we can play the game for reals now. We got a sword. A map of potters. A heart piece. And some money. So the big draw in there was our sword. This DKC is fantastic. Alright, what do we got in Zabominable Hut? Chess game decided to move a little bit. Okay. And we had some powder. A magic bat is readily available, so that's another good fetch quest we can do. Fantastic. And Brothers Connector. Oh no, Granny Connector. Sorry, Granny Connector. Which leads us to Desert! Yay! Just what we don't want. Connector is dead to us forever. Now, we have an interesting choice. Do we pick up the Smith here and take the Smith on a world tour? I probably. I mean, although it looks like Obscure did not do hammer pegs there, maybe getting them when they do purple chest, just slight delay to that, which is fine. I mean, it's likely that we're gonna have to save and quit at some point, so picking up the Smith here is not the worst thing to do. We get a key for our troubles. A Potter's Small. Okay. I like, if I was Iconic, I'd be fuming with that. I would be fuming with that Merle because that's the only Logic check in there, and I've been playing in Logic here. So I'd be fuming. Obscure is so we got a fish and a frog on a date. We'll see how long they last on this date. So a fish and a frog are on a date and go to speak to a tree. I feel like there's some sort of... I feel like there's something here. I feel like there's a fan fiction that can be written for this. Alright, so we've grabbed that and that, and we're getting our boots bonkers check. Which is nothing. These fairy pickups here proving very, very useful. Blind with a hammer is no joke. Hammer blind is oof. Alright, Iconic has his Merle, his green pendant. So the world is now his oyster. So let's see where they go. Just a shot there for Obscure. Oh, okay. We're gonna take this connector immediately because it leads up to the. We know the mini Moldorm caves up there. A map for Hyrule Castle. Nothing we need. I think so. The only problem with taking the Smith here is you need to not say hi to Kiki, because Kiki will get rid of the Smith for us, and we would be sad. All right, Mini Moldorm Cave. What do you have for us? What secret do you have? A small key, number 3 to GT. Another Potter Small, a Skull Wood Small, and a compass. Alright, I missed that map there that we had, but we know that we have 3 Dark World Crystals now. Okay, okay, this is an interesting, this is gonna get us Dark World access into South Dark World for Iconic. And that'll allow him to route his way up into Vu if he so chooses. So this is very, very interesting routing. And another fairy. They don't realize that if they go up into Vu that they're gonna get a sword here. But you know, safety first. Slowest thing in this game is dying. Dying is slow. Don't do it. I agree, Obscure. Hydrate. Hydrate. I love Lamp. Brave would be upsetty because it's on her least favorite thing in the entire game besides Head, but I love Lamp. Iconic being rich, or getting to be rich. We're taking the Smith back here. Obscure might go for a Skull Woods kill here, and I don't disagree with it. That would just knock Skull Woods completely out, and that would be super useful, plus more knowledge. We know what two of our pendants are, so it's reasonable to think that it's a crystal. It's not too slow of a fight, because we have Hammer. Nope, we're just going Dark World. Fair enough. It looks like Iconic's going to be rooting north, so hopefully they'll end up in Skull Woods and get their boots. And then we're on sort of parity, except for entrances checked. Like we'll be on item parity. At least, you know, minus some keys. No one, we don't talk about the keys. The keys don't matter. Well, it's only Crosskeys after all. They don't matter. All right, we are going to get the Hammer Pegs entrance here from Iconic. So we are gonna learn what's in here. We're missing a few dungeons. So remains to be seen what we'll find. Iconic will be finding Hookshot Cave here in a bit. So they'll get their sword. Don't ever check that connector, Iconic, and you make up time. Pod entrance is garbage. Obscure going back up the mountain here, and are we Obscure? Oh, okay. I was hoping you were going into hair there. All right, Obscure going to find Mini Moldorm Cave here. Iconic still working their way around Vu, about to get their sword, which is, you know, super helpful. We all love swords. You can have a sword, and you can have a sword, and Iconic can have a sword. Fantastic. Okay, so we're up to 3 GT small with a hammer and a hook shot. Man, we're gonna follow Hookshot. Okay. We didn't follow Granny Connector. We have not found GT yet. So we're gonna go through Hookshot Cave, but we didn't go through Granny Connector. That's interesting. That leads us to the Ice Palace entrance, so nothing we can do. Obscure about to be very sad, unless they're planning this. Very, very... Going to TR here? Good. Okay, yeah. No? Boots entrance. Okay, okay, Obscure. Wait. Mushroom turn. Okay. Obscure remembering how to swim now this time. Now that one was easy. So we're glad that the fish can actually swim. turning in the mushroom, we'll get the magic bat check. Once we get to Skull Woods here, as long as Iconic does Skull Woods, they'll get their boots. And then we'll basically be on item parameter. Alright, Mr. Ed is currently racing, so turn yourself into glue for this check, Mr. Ed. It's fine. Get glued on, Ed. Get glued on. Mirror on Magic Bat. Oh boy, has this world ever opened up for us. Obscure going into Hera here. And we're doing the basement. We're taking the frog into Skullwoods as well. Respect on that. So Obscure, I don't. Obscure trying the boomerang dash here. Yeah, exactly. Suck it in. So, unfortunately, Obscure not getting that boom dash, but good practice anyway. So the basement isn't as bad with the mirror. So this is for you, home_wrecker. Just some bombs. Obscure not gonna finish it, doing the in logic check. Iconic, once Iconic goes to the left here, they'll get their boots. Obscure can potentially check almost the entire rest of the mountain here. So book is bait, book is bait, book is bait. It's always bait. And there's the boots for Iconic. In Tower of Hera, we've got nothing. So we're in interesting shape here. So we're gonna go all the way over, see if we need to find Floating Island. Let's see. Do we need it? Nah. When do we ever? There's a pretty good chance that we can open up Turtle Rock here, having two of the medallions. So we're just gonna be, checking loads and loads of entrances. Loads and loads of entrances, including Turtle Rock today. Ether. I don't remember where we got that. I think it was in Escape somewhere, if I remember correctly. There's just some arrows up there. Inside Turtle Rock, we find Ice Palace. We don't know if it's a crystal, and we can't do it. Okay. More entrances. More entrances. Oh, goody. Spiral Cave. Just what I've always wanted. GT. We found it. Okay. Right. We have found GT now. So, we've got a lot of items. Let's try and... Hey! Nice, Rod. Okay. So, we've got quite a bit of stuff to do here. So Obscure's going to be, running around here for a while, getting a whole bunch of stuff. So we haven't seen Pond, we haven't seen Eastern. And those are the only dungeons we haven't seen. So we've covered a lot of dungeons. Oh, there's Samaria. Oh man, is this GT stacked or what? And a big key to desert, which we may or may not need. Oh man, do we? Okay, we are getting things fast and furious now. Fast and furious. And let me tell you, it's way better than those fucking movies. Okay, we're saving and quitting. We're not going to catfish. So Iconic's gonna miss their lamp here for a bit. Maybe potentially forever. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they decide to do. We're gonna get the light boots check here and flippers. Oh baby, what a stacked GT. Hey, Eastern Palace. I got it, wasting no time, just going straight in. Nothing in Rando Room on Obscure's side that means anything. So we're gonna be heading over here to Ob's Chest and the Ice Knights. So what remains to be seen what happens there. Eastern Palace still providing garbage as per usual because we know Eastern, we know how it likes to be. We're gonna have an interesting kill on Obscure's side. Because we don't have a Master Sword, we don't have a bow, we don't have Burna. I see a cane out, so are we doing some cane strats here? Okay, we're doing sword slashes, okay. Still nothing in Eastern because it's Eastern Palace. All right, we're getting some cane action here. Iconic going over for the vanilla big key chest. Obscure still fighting the Armos Knights because we don't have really good weaponry. Okay. Iconic about to get the big key chest here. So we're gonna see what's in there. We have a second sword. That Eastern, that does not absolve you of what you've done. Okay, so this should be putting the smith back, I would think. And maybe we'll do some Dark World on that side. And for our troubles, we get a compass to Hera, $50, and a small key to its own dungeon. Kek W game. Okay. Obscure going to get Tile Room at least. What are we going to do anything besides Tile Room is the question. Obscure has gotten pretty stacked here from this GT. It is a really, really important GT. So Iconic does need to get up there to get some items. And by items, I mean a lot of items. There's some good stuff in there. We still can't get into this Ice Palace, so it would be nice if we got a Bombos. Because then we can get into Ice Palace. Or this being the Fire Rod, but, you know. Okay, it's not the Fire Rod. So we can hope for Bombos over here on the right. If you want Obscure to get into Ice Palace and do it just now, which would just be some really, really nice rooting. But likelihood, not very high. But we are going to see the right side GT bomb jump, which is super fun. I enjoy this tech. I enjoy this tech a lot. With boots and a hook shot, it's really, it's not as bad as it, yeah, so Obscure stunned the mummy, which made it respawn there. So that was unfortunate. Okay, Iconic walking out. Okay. This could be Pyramid into... This could be Pyramid into Catfish, getting them their fire source. Okay, Obscure. One more torch to hit. Very well executed. Right side GT bomb jump from Obscure. That was very textbook there. Not sure why Obscure's not using Ether, because it'd be so much quicker, but oh no, we're going south. We are avoiding that fire source for basically ever. Hopefully it's not fire locked. We get another bottle, another shield, another bottle, another shield, and some arrows. Nothing fantastic. Okay, so Obscure is going to take the connector here in Spiral Cave, so we're going to see where it leads. Iconic getting the items that they know they missed. Spiral Cave, garbage. Not shocked, not shocked. Obscure gets spit out. There. Fascinating. This is really good for Obscure. They get to get the 2 Dark World entrances here. Which they wouldn't have gotten, which they would not have been able to get otherwise. They find Johnny Two Bombs. It's good old Johnny Two Bombs with a flute. There's the flute that I've been looking for probably 100 years, because we've had mitts for basically ever. So where's our flute? We got it. We got it. And in the other entrance we find nothing. Okay. We have a lot more entrances now open to us. And by a lot, I mean a lot. That flute just opens up so many. Obscure avoiding the boost locked entrance there, so still does not know that that's Eastern Palace. Iconic getting their map information there. If this is not to Catfish, I don't know what is. So they will be getting their fire source here. Obscure's going to activate the flute. Already got it prepped and primed. So we're going to be seeing some Mire area action potentially here. Because we've already... we haven't seen that from Obscure. Obscure doesn't know that Hookshot Cave leads to Ice Palace. So we might see Ice Palace and then be sad. But then I expect that we're going to Mire. Yeah, the only entrance we can't open yet is Pyramid Fairy and Skullwood's main entrance. Those are the only things we can't open yet because we don't have a fire on and we don't have our 2 reds. Okay. I love Lamp yet again because we're getting it for a second time, so I love it even more because I love Lamp. I miss... It's Bombos. Okay. So no, we cannot get into the Mire entrance. Spike Cave. Not a single drop of hesitation from Obscure. We just walk straight in. Remembering we have a blue potion. Iconic should be getting their mirror here as well. which would be really good. Opens up a bit of the world for him. Wow, what a play! A bow. A bow in Spike Cave. Well. Okay. Alright, we're coming back for more entrances here. Alright, Iconic getting their mirror here. It's just... It's not the worst location for a mirror, but it's not really pleasant. Upgrade Ferry in Desert North, so nothing super exciting. Pardon me. We're still missing Potters. Oh, hey, it's the Magic Shop with GT Big. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. I don't know what better to say than that's fascinating. Just because Obscure got so much value out of GT. But we do have all 4 keys and the big key. We found Pod. We have 4 small keys and a bow. Where does that go? That goes there. Alright, I missed if Obscure got anything there. Oh, hello, Bomb Shop. Let's see, do I see anything interesting? There's... No, nothing new. So that chest must have been garbage. Nothing new. And still garbage. So that GT Big could be a very important key for Iconic. Obscure has cleared the entire. Oh, we're pulling IP and Red Skull. Oh, fantastic! Fantastic. Thanks for that. I needed that because I missed that. There's too much going on. Third Meyer small in that garbage chest there. In the structural mic chest. I mean the big key chest of Pod. Map of Skullwoods, which we already know. So we're checking our last connector here. So yeah, the interesting things we have now are, can Iconic get a bow before GT? Would they do the climb once they got all the stuff there? And is the GT big chest anything? So these are the very interesting questions that we have currently. Okay, we're taking our connector up to GT. So yeah. So Iconic is gonna start getting things. There is a Turtle Rock big key in Pod. So what are we at here? What are we at? Oh no, we're using Hyrule Castle? Oh, we're going for Hyrule Castle main. Okay. Or we're going for, yeah, thingy. Dark Cross, that's the place. There's that Bombos. So now we can get into Meyer. There's an Ice Palace small, those are nice. Okay, Obscura is saving a key here by not opening the front and going to collect everything that they possibly can in here, getting a 12 out of 14 pod. Oh, Dante, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Thanks for the good luck for Obscure and Iconic. We have an interesting race on our hands. Iconic needs to get to up here, basically, to find GT. We got a map of Eastern, that's really good. To find GT in top of Super Bunny. Second Ice Palace Small, okay. Where they are going to get a lot of stuff. Now, what's interesting about that and what this hinges on is Iconic has found the GT Big Key, which is in the magic shop in King's Tomb, before finding GT. So it remains to be seen if that's going to be important. However, Iconic is abandoning their portal here. They've not explored any of the mountain. Obscure came up here very early using the old man rescue. So Obscure has quite an exploration on the mountain advantage compared to Iconic. So Iconic will be waiting here till he finds GT for quite a while yet. They've not done anything on West Death Mountain yet. Iconic has basically stayed in logic, except for their blind kill. And we're gonna see Ice Palace here. So this is, unbeknownst to him, a crystal and also a red crystal. We're honestly not looking for very much, but what we are looking for could be actually terrible. That's a dire logic chain, Dante. Jesus Christ. Alright, Iconic doing the basement here. There's a Mire Big, which we do need. The only dungeon so we have all of our dungeon information potentially once we spec Eastern Palace out. So Iconic is gonna, okay. Iconic's gonna do this dungeon for information, which is good, but we already know it's a pendant. They do not, however. Bottle percent is up in Hera. A map of Turtle Rock. So between those two maps, we should have all of our information now, which is very, very good. We'll be able to have a clearer picture of what we need to finish. Like I said, though, some of the things we need are just absolutely garbo. So that's the only issue that we're having at the moment. Castle Small 2 is never a fun hunt. No one likes to hunt Castle Small 2. Oh, I take a drink and we find fucking Pod Big. Holy cow. So Obscure saving his small key allows him to finish Pod completely. Ice Palace is the real juice town, honestly. Let's be serious here. It's looking like it's all coming down to small keys now, because we do need the Swamp Palace small and we do need a Castle Tower small. Those two things are actually terrible, because they can be in a lot of places. Castle Small 2 can be basically anywhere. Castle Small 2 can be behind 7 crystals. So... Oh, hey! There's that Thieves Town killing logic. 10 out of 10. That's just where you wanted that. Okay, so if Obscure does a map check after this dungeon, and then checks the light world, we should have all of our information, at least on our side, of what we need to do. Alright, we have Cold Stare for OLF, Iconic still clearing West Death Mountain. There's just so much time involved clearing West Death Mountain. It's just a lot of time that Obscure spent early. Iconic gets to do it a little bit quicker because they have boots, but still just eating time. We're doing hammer strats on Cold Stare. Obscure is just sort of bullying and then sort of getting bullied at the same time. I don't know how that works, but it worked with me here. It happens. And that's Cold Stare down. 4 Desert Harabig. Oh, okay. Okay, game. Sure. So there's only one big key left in the game to find. Oh boy. Okay. So I'll hop down here, see what we get. Nada. Okay. Oh. Alright, we are going into a full clearable mire with all 3 small keys. Although the 3rd small key is 6 pod key locked, but it's fine. So we're going to get to see 4 more checks in here from Obscure than we did. Iconic did this very, very early. Alright, Iconic, what are you doing? What are you going to do? You, friend, need to get to GT. You need to go find GT up in Super Bunny Top and get all of your things TM. That's what you need to do. Okay. Obscure, skipping left side currently, with where that 3rd small key is. It's an understandable play. He knows it's 6 pod key locked. And then we're just gonna go do it. So we just checked the bridge chest first. Okay, fair. So we couldn't see these on Iconic side. Iconic did not have a fire source. So that's nothing. Unfortunately, we gotta do this. Well, okay. That's a great question. Where did he find that Master Sword? Eastern Palace Big Key Chest. That's where that was. It's a place Obscure might not go if it's a pendant. We're gonna get to check the top of the castle now. So it could, because we can get all 3 of these entrances. The unfortunate thing for Iconic at this moment in time is that flute is MIA. That flute will get him stuff. That's up in Dark Death Mountain. I don't think it was in was it in GT? I don't think it was in GT. I think it was in one of the drop downs. But needs to get to GT to get all of their things. Oh, hey, yeah, we need that too. We found the dam. Okay. Oh, damn, it's a dam. Nothing on left side Mire. Not surprising. Mire. And our last entrance up here, we have Turtle Rock West. Oh, okay. What are we coming back to? Oh, okay. No. We find another. Oh no, that we know that Turtle Rock Small. We've seen that. So the only new information we're gonna get here now is on Vitreous. Is this Graveyard Ledge? We still haven't seen a connector to the Turtle Rock Bridge. At least that I know of. So that's interesting. Okay, and that's nothing. Alright, it looks like Iconic's going to Dark Death Mountain here. Hopefully, they will find GT and start getting all of the things all the goodies that are in there. We got a Vitreous, Fighter Sword Vitreous with bombs and bow support. This will be a fun fight. We love this fight. This is the best fight. 10 out of 10. Would do this fight every single time if I could. Now, Obscure doesn't have any potions left, I don't believe. I think they are out. So, they're being very, very cautious here. $15 arrows left. And just like that, we're down to 10 arrows left. 9. Okay, we're down to 5 arrows, which means we're gonna have to do some hammer hits here. Hype Cave is in Super Bunny entrance on the bottom. Fair. Okay. So now we find the. Okay, so Iconic has found the stacked GT. Stacked GT, like. Absolutely stacked GT here. Iconic will also have a slightly easier time with the Armos Knights fight. Did I miss anything there? No, that can't. Oh, Pop 5. Potter's 5. Okay. They'll have a slightly easier time because they'll get to use sword beams. Eastern is a pendant. Okay. Beautiful information. So, now we can start talking about what we need. We need a fire rod. We need a swamp small. And we need a castle tower small. That's all. That's what we need. That's what we need. Obscure has quite a clear advantage right now, but because of how trolly those two specific keys can be, it's going to be interesting to see what. Ooh, pardon me. It's going to be interesting to see what and how this plays out. So Iconic will get a cane here, a whole bunch of big keys. Flippers, forgot about those. Obscure remembering that the upgrade fairy was here, buying some bombs and some arrows. Fantastic. Fantastic knowledge remembrance there from Obscure. Because we couldn't do a game without bombs. And we get our fire rod. There's one piece of the puzzle down. Alright, Obscure currently at this juncture in time needs to find the dam, which we know is on top of the castle. We need a swamp small. We need a castle tower small. And that's it. So we are 2 items from no mode. Oh, I missed the big key chest, the big chest there. Was it anything? It doesn't look like it was. I don't see anything interesting on Iconics Tracker. Alright, Obscure going for the big chest first. I mean, still 2 items that can be literally anywhere. Nothing in pod big chest. So Iconic needs to jump down and get their flute to get to Mire area to get Bombos to get their fire rod. Bombos being in pod here. I do believe. Is Iconic... Was there anything in Compass Room? I don't think there was. I don't think that it was very valuable. So we'll see if Iconic decides to do it. Oh, and if they decide to climb, they would have to clip because they don't have a bow, which is in Spike Cave in the Mire area. Desert West entrance, I believe. Still Mire area. Yeah, so Iconic has a bunch of ground here to make up. I think Obscure is going to be in dungeon mode for a little while here, and just hoping that everything that they need is on the way. Okay, Iconic is not going to bomb jump right side. Like I said, I don't think there was anything there. They were thinking about it, then it's like, oh, I don't have a bow. Shit. Right, Iconic needs to jump down there. Well, no, you follow Spiral Cave, and then you do your 2 dark entrances, and you'll get your flute. This is exactly what Obscure did. So, they should be getting their flute here shortly, and being on the right track. Yeah. Okay. Iconic on the right track here. We're gonna be getting our flute. Eastern big key. Oh, okay. All of our big keys are accounted for now. So we're missing 2 small keys. Okay, there's the flute for Iconic. So this is going to set them on the right path. All right, Turtle Rock. So we're going to go straight in from Turtle Rock East, get our 2 checks, and then we'll get Spit Out Main, get the rest of the checks there that were cane locked. Yeah, Obscure hasn't actually done anything in this dungeon, I don't believe. So... Okay, free silvers. Okay. So that bow, Obscure has a bit of advantage here. Yes, Obscure's about to find the dam, so that's another thing off the list they need. So Obscure's now officially missing 2 small keys, one of which is actually terrible. Castle Small 2, terrible. But he's got an exploration and clear advantage right now. So he needs, if he follows up on all of his dungeons, you know, gets all of his crystals out of the way, he will be last locating for Heck W. Great game. 10 out of 10. We'll play this game again. Alright. Iconic jumping into Swamp here. Makes sense, you can do a check. It's just a map. Bryce Palace. Nothing on the shovel. Skull Woods clear here for Obscure. And this is a desert clear for Iconic. Okay. So we're gonna get some new information on both sides here, which is really interesting. Very, very interesting. We have some interesting decisions to make. The big thing that could still come into play currently is that GT Big Key. Yes. That's the only thing I'm going to say incoherent. Why? Yes. Also probably because we can get to Turtle Rock back quickly by fluting. But yes. Turtle Rock back is just a quick flute into CAC for us, so sort of get it, but also I probably myself would have full cleared it at that, finished clearing it at that point. But okay, so we got Ice Rod strats on Iconic side, and now into Master Sword spins. Moth being a bit of a pain on Obscure side, but we get a small key. Pod. All right, we have all 6 pod smalls now. I have not been marking dungeons. I should probably mark dungeons we have done. And what do we get on Iconic side? Nothing, I don't think. I don't think that was anything. Nothing of the important things we need. I think it's just because of this. Like, you can just quick go back and do it. Like, it probably would have been quicker to mirror and flute than to go through that dark maze. Probably. Also, I'm thinking he was probably trying to, I mean, getting an extra sword would have made it slightly easier. Hammer strat's not always fun, but okay. There is a bow in here for Iconic, and they're going straight for it, so they will get a bow here. So that's good. Still need that pod big though. No, but we have a fairy. Okay, never mind. I am completely wrong. We are getting out of Spike Cave here with 2 hearts. We are getting our Trinex kill. So we're gonna get more information on Obscure side here. Just a heart piece. Nothing interesting, but we will get the last 3 checks in Turtle Rock. Probably. Need some, please. Oh, it said you had minimized your application, and it was breaking for me. Okay, so we've got nothing in the front. Iconic has 5 smalls coming in, which is really nice. That means they don't need to worry about spending them. So that's good. We'll get our last bit of information in here. And then we're down to decision-making time. Obscure needs to find some entrances, realistically speaking. They haven't found Eastern, and they haven't full cleared. The climb is on the table, but Obscure does not know that yet. There's Turtle Rock's big for Iconic. We've seen this chest earlier from Iconic. We know it's nothing. This pod clear will give Iconic Bombos, and giving Iconic Bombos will allow them to get their Fire Rod out of Agina in the Misery Mire entrance. And then as soon as they go up to Ice Palace, they will be basically in parity item-wise with Obscure and being up a GT Big Key. So, still lots of interesting. Yeah, the thing that's hurting Iconic at the moment is dungeon clears. Obscure has a lot of dungeon clears on his side currently. Let's see, we have what, four crystals and a pendant clear on Obscure's side versus 2 pendants and a crystal clear on Iconic's side. C-shaped house. Are we gonna get a muffin stash? Red mail. Are we getting a muffin stash? No. Okay. Nice extended stairs there from Iconic. Where are we going? Hera? Desert Palace North. Okay. So we're gonna get the Desert Palace North clear out of the way. Putting them up to 5 crystals. So that Bombos gets Iconic their Fire Rod, and then Ice Palace will put them on, like I said, item parity. The problem becomes dungeon clear parity, as it were, where Obscure has a distinct advantage there. So yeah, we're just gonna see the same stuff over and over again. This is a great time to shout out these runners. They're putting on a great show for us. Obscure, Lifeform, and Iconic. I hope I can use this. Thank you, Nissan. I was hoping I could use that. This kill is gonna be a lot quicker for Obscure with those silver arrows. So this is gonna put Obscure up to 6 crystals. So now I understand, like I understand that face wipe there. So we're an hour 43 in, we got 6 crystals. The 2 keys we're missing are absolutely fucking terrible. Iconic doing the same thing here, not going immediately to Ice Palace, probably? No, we're gonna get our shovel. Okay. Alright, we are going to Hera. So we're gonna get to see the Hera big chest, which is the only thing we haven't seen in Hera. Everything else was pretty much nothing. But yeah, Iconic's doing the same thing Obscure did, not taking that Bombos immediately to the Mire entrance to get their Fire Rod, which would have also made their Cold Stare kill that little bit quicker. Just some bombs, so Hera's not the answer. So what do we have left? We have some unknown item caves. We've got a tablet. We have some unknown item caves, a tablet, a couple entrances. GT Climb is in play, although Obscure doesn't know that. Yeah, we're in some. Moldorm today chose violence, apparently. Obscure saying, you know, trying to say hello, and Moldorm just getting all up in his face. Right. Obscure about to get the bad news that Hera's not the answer for anything that they're looking for. Iconic going to Ice Palace. They're going to get a lot of the rest of the goodies that they need. Yeah, basically all the rest of the goodies they need, except for like Eastern Big, I think. I think Eastern Big is the only thing they don't get in here. Okay. We're gonna do a first check of swamp, make sure key's not vanilla. Makes sense. But sadly it's not. We get the knowledge about Ice Palace instead. Iconic playing with the Pen Gators. There's the Mire big key. Okay. Obscure. Where are we going? Oh, Iconic, you don't need to hit the switch. You have 2 small keys and a big key. Okay, we're going to Hammer Pegs, which was nothing. And are we gonna get the purple chest while we're at it? I mean, we had Mitts super early. Mitts were Sphere 1, so super early Mitts. And the Smith was nothing. So is Obscure gonna take the purple chest on a walk, or what are we doing here? I think we're taking it on a walk. Okay. It won't be as nice of a date as he took the Smith on, so I feel kind of bad for the purple chest that it doesn't get as nice of a date as the Smith, but, you know, what are you gonna do? We're gonna get K45 checked here, which I don't have marked off because I don't know if it's been done. So we'll find out here very soon. And I'm assuming this is into Bombo's tablet. Oh, this is our connector. That'll be our connector to Turtle Rock Ledge. That's what that'll be. Okay, what's in the chest? Let's see. Iconic is going to get his Pod Big in the big chest here shortly. Oh no, the Thief's on Small's in the big chest. Pod, small key to Swamp. Okay. We are 1 item from go on Obscure's side now. Besides, obviously, a sword. Alright, so this is gonna be fluting back. You know, we're gonna get meme, sword in swamp. There's the Pod Big, it was in that chest. Okay, so we are 1 item from go mode, and it's absolutely the fucking worst item that we could ever imagine. Castle Small. So what do you do here? What do you do? Do you do left side in this situation? You still technically need a sword. And you haven't found one yet. Do you do left side here, looking for this castle tower small because it can be anywhere, or do you go straight to the back first? What do you do? Chat, help me out. What do you do in this situation? If it's castle tower small, they can be literally anywhere. Skip left side swamp forever. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do in this situation. Like, Castle Tower Small is one of those items for me personally where I'm like, because it can literally be anywhere, is it worth doing left side first? There's the big key to Hera that Iconic will not want to see. I should probably mark these off that we have them done. Half magic. Iconic getting their knowledge. Obscure going straight to the back. Iconic climbing. Okay, this is interesting. If Castle Small 2's up here, that's really good for Iconic. Hey, it's Sword and Swamp, what means? GT Big Key is on the mushroom turn-in with the magic shop in King's Tomb entrance. There are still some actual terrible locations where this small key can be. Actually terrible. Thieves Town Big Chest can still have that small key. It could be on the climb. It could be behind the climb. In some ways, yes, Alex, but at the same time, Iconic looked like they wanted to do this climb the last time they were here, but they didn't have a bow. So, I think it was always on their mind, like the first time they were here and found all the items, but they just didn't have a bow. So, I don't know if it's a feeling behind climb, a kind of, you know, I'm trying to make a play here. It's a question we can ask if they come in for an interview. So right now, again, the big problem that Iconic has is the dungeon clears. Obscuria is coming back in for left side here. So we will get the knowledge of whether left side is the answer or not. But like I said, we are in terrible item location mode. The other thing that was kind of unfortunate, I think, for Obscure, they did purple chest, but I don't think they checked Bombo's tablet. So I don't think we know what's on Bombo's tablet. And if it's, you know, CT small, that feels real bad. But Obscure has done a great job here of full clearing efficiently. So he probably doesn't feel in bad shape, but you still don't feel amazing, as it were. Right, so there's 5 items on this climb. Because there is an item behind the climb. Yes, that. What Alex said. We're in a Castle Small 2 hunt currently. Iconic needs to get his fire rod in the Misery Mire entrance. And then they are also on the CT2 hunt. The answer is not Swamp. And now we're on the climb. Alright, so we got Zora. We have Zora Ledge here that we haven't done yet. I don't think anyone's been up this way. Just a compass there. This is gonna be... oh, we haven't actually even been in this entrance. No one's been in this entrance. Saha! Oh boy, we have Saha. There's another swingy, and Castle Small 2. At 155.40, Obscure Lifeform is in go mode. Oh. Yeah, that... the fact that it's just out and in the open is pretty much a death sentence here for Iconic, unfortunately. This is some really cool Agon music, actually. Obscure Lifeform, I'm going to be going to do Castle Tower here. Decked out red mail, 18 hearts, Tempered Sword, and silvers? How comfy. Unfortunately, we're not going to find anything behind this that is of any relevance unless there's a logically required Desert Small somewhere along the way. Unless there's a logically required Desert Small along the way. Logically required climb. I stopped to take a drink and Obscure's already at the first set of reds. Jesus, Obscure. Okay. I don't blame Iconic for this decision at all. This is a great decision. Like, I just climbed for this Desert Small. Man, I want to go see what's in, Desert. I want to go see what's in Desert East. I climbed for this, so I hope this was worth it. This is a 100% great outplay here for Iconic. But as we said, unfortunately, that's not anything and not what we need. They're missing a fire rod, and they're missing their Castle Small 2 in Saha. There is our logic. Wow. That's our logic for that one bow. Okay. Okay. This will be Mire, clearing up Mire here. They won't be able to clear Turtle Rock, but they'll get their Fire Rod on the way back. Two pod to clear when they clear it. Wizard being a bit of a dick, showing Obscure some blue balls here, but so he'll soon go down, and then we'll get to roast some pig and finish out the seed. I wonder if Iconic's going to do left side here with the lamp, or if they're just going to say heck with it and go to Vidi. They are going to Vidi. So Obscure is going to flute to 8, swim, run, bonk a tree, and go roast some pig. Iconic's gonna get some bad news on these on Meyer. Meyer was trash. What is this vanilla audio? Obscure, please. All right, Obscure dropping into Zepig. Get the double spin and slash. 14 slashes. No, 12 slashes. What am I talking about? I don't even know how to play this game anymore. I just knew Obscure was going to do 14. That's what it is. That's the story I'm saying. Sticking with it. 2 hits into phase 3 already. Iconic gets the bad news on Meyer. Oh no, silver, my one true weakness. We get our first silver hit. We missed the torch glitch, which doesn't really matter. Pump more silver into him. Hey, there's another. Let's make it 4. And get your GGs in chat for Obscure Lifeform, who's going to win this 4-2 Crosskeys match to go to 5-2. Obscure finishes with a racetime.gg time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 8 seconds. GG's Obscure. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, oh my god is right. So Iconic gonna go for Vidi here. Get the bad news that Vidi has absolutely nothing. And then it'll be interesting to see what decisions they make after this. And we are joined by the winner of today's match, Obscure Lifeform. GG's. You're muted, Obscure, just in case you didn't know.
No, that's fine. I couldn't hear you. That was the problem.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome in, GG's, on your win.
Thank you, GG's.
What are your feelings on this seed? How did you like it?
That had potential to be absolutely disgusting, but then I lucked into the Swamp Small Key and then instantly lucked into the Castle Tower Key, and I was like, oh my god, I just skipped so much, like, potentially horrible locations. I had locations all over the map, potentially to go back to, load of connectors, and just kind of lucked into those last few keys. But there was one point, like, it was about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half, you just kind of pull the trigger and start diving dungeons. So it kind of started with that pod, finding bombos, then I went ice, found a ton of big keys, then Maya, then it was just kind of like bam, 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 dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. And it was just down to the Swamp Small Key and the Castle Tower Key in the end. Just kind of lucked into them.
Yeah, the big thing was finding GT. GT started the entire chain for you. That's where just you got so much in GT. You got like two or three big keys, flippers, a lot of important stuff. And then you got very, very lucky because you both did the same thing with that spiral cave connector that just happened to take you down so you could get your flute out of Hype Cave. And that just started the chain into Pod, then back into Ice. How did you feel after getting the Bombos in Pod and then going up and doing Ice Palace only to come back to that Mire entrance that you had marked as Bombos?
Yeah, it was slightly annoying because I was like, I'm going to mirror out. I've still got one entrance in Mire and I can check out the Mire entrance. So a little bit annoying. But I knew my next play was Ice Palace. I just kind of jumped the gun in my own brain, so to speak. Like, I did mean to leave and go and check those few checks. That's why when I found the Pod big key, I was like, okay, we're going to eventually wrap round back to Pod anyway. And I can check those few extra things. Then decided to go in there after the Vitty fight with no bombs, so...
I mean, I don't know if you remembered that it was there or if you had marked it as a shop, but the knowledge of having Upgrade Fairy right there was huge, to get those bombs and arrows.
I actually didn't mark it, but that's one of the beauties of not using a map tracker. Like, sometimes these things pop into your head from time to time.
Let me think here. You never found Eastern Palace either. Eastern Palace was still out there for you, as far as I know.
Yep.
Which Iconic did find and dip. There was nothing in there. There was another sword in there. So Iconic had a sword advantage over you for basically the entire seed, up until the end when you found your meme in Swamp and the one in the one in Saha's closet to make everything easy. And it looks like Iconic has indeed forfeited from the race. See if we can pull them in for interview here as well. So if they decide to come in, if not, like, the big thing that started to separate you both was you doing your dungeons. Obviously, you had basically a parity on items for the most part, -1 or 2. But you had a distinct edge in dungeon clears, and in the end, that's what pulled you way ahead. You had so much more cleared. Early on, the big play was the old man connector, actually. So you had a full mountain clear knowledge basically before Iconic even went to the mountain.
Okay.
Iconic only got to Light Death Mountain after Mirror at some point. So like an hour 20-ish, hour 30-ish, I want to say. It was fairly late. So you had all that advantage of doing all that stuff so early, having the mountain connected, the mountain save and quit, to get back up there very quickly. And then it just kind of snowballed from there with the dungeon clears. One thing I do want to ask, did you read Bombo's tablet early? Because I didn't see you do it.
No.
So after the purple chest, that's why I was wondering. What? Just, what, I'm going to Swamp. It's in Swamp, or?
No, I got the Swamp small keys. Like, all right, I'm going to Swamp, and I fully intended like I even want to check Swamp because I knew I left that early because I was running around with the old with the Smith, so I knew I don't think I can get into Swamp with the Smith, so I left it. And I got the Swamp small key. I was like, right, I want to rush to Swamp, like, but let me go and check Swamp. And like, I had full intention to go check that Bombo's tablet, just completely forgot. And then, like, after I left and was like starting to go into Swamp, I was like, I just left Bombo's tablet. I was like, well, that's gone. That's never going to be checked. But I kind of probably would have checked it eventually once I head over to the shopping mall. That was when I was planning to go check the Bombo's tablet.
That's fair. You actually, there was a connector over, 2 connectors over to Dark Shopping Mall anyway, that you hadn't checked. So Witch's Hut led over there, and Desert Palace East leads out over there as well. So there were quick ways to get there, so there's nothing there. You never also found the GT Big Key, which Iconic did find and sent them on a goose chase up the climb.
Oh, that's right.
GT Big Key was in King's Tomb. It was the Witch's Hut.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was gonna head there at some point, like after I'd done the Smith, the purple chest and everything. If I still didn't find it, that was kind of like my next set of plays, like to do Bonk Rocks, Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb.
Yeah. You checked a lot of entrances early on that Iconic never checked early on anyway, that were good, and then Iconic checked a bunch of entrances that were actually very detrimental, unfortunately. Like the GT Big Key. Like logically, the climb is required. Your Desert Small's behind it in Pyramid, but then that's another 2 checks that you're doing in Desert Palace that you don't need to do because it's just not there.
Ironically, I never even went into Desert. I saw the left side entrance left, and that was all I ever saw at Desert.
Yeah, I mean, you made great calls as far as when to take connectors, when not to take connectors, and it just completely worked out in your favor in this seed. It was a great watch. I recommend watching it back, just to see the subtle differences in routing. The other big thing is obviously that disgusting Moon Pearl.
That was going to be my next question. Who pulled the trigger first?
You did.
Okay. Yeah.
Iconic last located it.
Don't think I had too much left at that point anyway. I think it was like desert checks, which were literally right there. I mean,
you had desert and you had Mire at that point, and that was it. Iconic pulled the trigger into Mire, and then it's 4 checks. I understood it versus the one they had been playing in Logic up until that point, like everything logical, no old man connector out of Logic or anything like that. Everything was basically straight Logic by the book. And then when they ran out of that, they went in basically into Thieves Town, and got the kill anyway, which you almost have to do and have to accept that you're going to have to come back in there for the big chest at that point. No one should be going in there just for the 1 in Logic check. So yeah, you pulled that trigger first, and that started, basically the entire chain. You went in there first. You got to the boots first, because of that, and got to those super quick right afterward, basically. And then just the order in which you did things was the correct order for the seed, basically. It was a fun race to watch. Just some unfortunate bits for Iconic at the end. They're still missing their Swamp Small and their Fire Rod currently. They're going to kick themselves with the Mire entrance, I think. It's just because it was right there the entire time.
I wasn't expecting that Fire Rod to be there at all. I was hoping it was going to be lamp locked. I thought that's kind of funny that lamp on Catfish.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, do we technically count that Fire Rod as fire locked?
I mean, it was Bombos locked, so yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It wasn't in Ice Palace, but it's still Bombos locked. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, just do you have any other thoughts about the seed? How are you feeling going 5-2 now? Like looking towards the final week. You get to play for a spot in the play-in.
Yeah, honestly, never thought I'd be here week 8 with a chance to get into brackets. Like I always say, Crosskeys is not my strongest mode. So I play it for the fun and because I want to practice. I enjoy mysteries. So I like to keep my practice up with entrance. So I did not expect to be in this situation where I'm potentially making the top 16 and brackets. So
yeah. So
outdone any expectation of myself weeks ago. So everything else now is just a bonus.
No, that's awesome. So hopefully, if I go 5-2, I don't have to race you.
You're the one that knocked me out of the boots Crosskeys, I think. Was it the boots one? Or
the boots one, I believe.
Before.
Yeah, it was the boots Crosskeys one. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to render that one.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this would be the perfect tournament to get revenge in, but hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully I go 5-2.
Yeah,
But
good
I,
luck.
I don't want to face you. So yeah, just good luck. Good luck next week. Unless you're against me, then bad luck, obviously. But you know, um, yeah. I don't have anything else, so I'll let Alex take it away and do what it is he wants to do.
Yeah, just want to thank Alex to put on the restream, and thank you Zen for doing comms.
Yeah, not a problem. I want to make sure as many of these get broadcast as possible. I knew Nissan was looking for a comm and didn't want to let him down. Basically, get these matches, get the restreams, get the eyes out there for everyone.
Exactly, they're fun to do. It's pretty cool.